All right, we're back. Circling Back podcast coming to you live from the Lodge. My name's Will DeFries. Am I right, David Ruff?
Lovely day to podcast, Will.
Oh, man, what a day.
A little humid. We got pissed on last night. Absolutely just destroyed by piss.
Was it overnight rain?
No.
Okay, I was going to say, I slept through it.
It was early evening.
Dude,
After
some
one
of
of my
the biggest raindrops I've seen at our apartment.
Big boy drops. One of the extreme or severe weather blogs I follow had tweeted earlier in the day, looks like all the rain is east of 35. Unfortunate. No rain for Austin today.
Nope.
Then they had to amend that tweet.
Yep.
Because we got pissed on.
Yeah, the rain yesterday was, hey, Parks, let's go stand on the front porch and watch it rain.
Dude, that's a chill dad-son move.
Oh,
I love that.
I love when heavy rain hits. I always just go outside and check it out.
Did y'all
Covered.
Yes, you guys made it there. Yeah. One of my I can't believe I'm saying this, but one of my favorite days when we were at Lily's wedding was the Sunday after, when we just kind of sat at the house the entire time and just watched the tropical storm, just kind of just chilling there.
Watching rain come in is so tight.
Covered porch. Game
Dude,
over.
Get out of here.
Game over.
I was supposed to take Randy for a walk, and he was pretty bummed when it started just unloading.
Poor Randy.
Yeah, he knows too. He realizes what that means when he hears that sound.
He knew that you blew it and you should have taken him earlier.
Well, we did go earlier, but we were trying to take him for a third time. So
Okay.
Dude, 3 a days.
yeah,
That's bad boy shit.
That's tight.
Rosie knows that it's raining, but she doesn't really care. She likes being wet, so she'll just kind of chill out there and just run around for a while. It's not fun.
follow Randy and me's Randy and I's Randy and me's me and Randy's.
Don't look at me. Look at Dylan.
Me and Randy's exploits at D Carter Ruff on Snap. I'm back.
Add me on the group.
Snap.
I was slow on that. I didn't realize you were going to.
You still
on
snapping?
Snap.
I'm back on.
You're on
No,
Snap?
I'm back contributing. If you sent me a message in the last 3 months, I have not checked it, and I probably won't. It's just too many.
Can I ask you a question about you being off Snapchat? Or you not using it for the last few months?
Yeah.
Have you still been getting notifications?
No.
Okay.
Fuck no.
I feel
Dude,
like
I
if
would
you're on
be-
Snapchat now, is like the people who are tweeting who have 4 followers. Like, dude, no one's gonna see this.
Yeah, but
What are you doing?
Okay, we have to keep this in mind though, Dylan. We don't use it anymore, and we probably had more opens because people were adding me from Grand X days because it was in my bio and stuff. So my opens were taking a huge dive. For a lot of people who just are doing it to 30 people anyway, they're just going from 30 to 20. I don't think they really care.
Okay.
But business wise, I don't think I'll ever use Snapchat again.
It's like for type friend groups, basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's why I like it.
It's like a Finsta. It's like your Finsta for.
People get wild on there.
Yeah.
Oh, look, we're shotgunning beers on a Thursday afternoon.
Or walking your dog.
People are posting. People are abusing Instagram stories, and I think if they had the Snapchat alternative, or if they had a community on there, it would help. So I am trying to raise awareness for Snapchat. This is not sponsored. I do not own any equity in Snap, but I'm going to be putting stuff on there that I would not put on Instagram, mainly because I've got my Instagram. I don't get really reckless with it. I have at DC Ruff. I put stuff on there knowing that there's people I went to high school with that don't really understand what I do, and I'm aware of that. Where on Snapchat, it's pretty much just listeners, so I can do all the bits I want and not feel like that I'm gonna have to explain to someone who I haven't talked to in 7 years what I'm doing.
I think you and I are in the same boat in that I heavily overthink what I do on Instagram.
Yeah, that's the reason I don't post much on there.
I will think about posting something promotional, and sometimes I'll be like, man, I'll think about one specific person. I'm like, oh, they'd roast me for this right now.
Yeah, it's funny how specific you get
and
when
it's
you think about
why
people.
am I caring about this one person?
I know, it's stupid.
It's a drop in the well.
You'd think that we'd be past that by now, but I'm not. And Snap, I stopped using Snap because it was just it got kind of overwhelming, and I wasn't looking at anybody else's stories ever.
Yeah,
and
I stopped using Snap once Instagram instituted stories.
Yeah,
because I was like, well, this is much doper and easier to use and better.
Yeah, but I'm gonna try to do more Randy content on there. People like that, like it. At D Carter Ruff on Twitter and Snap, for that matter.
Wow.
You're just self-promoting.
Dude, I love
SOB this morning.
I love it, dude. At Will DeFreeze is following all those accounts.
Add me on the ground.
Wow.
Now's your time. Now's your time. It's about to go away because we got some programming notes.
I'm not gonna promote at D Shivery right now because y'all know where to find me already. CHEVERERE.
Add me on the ground.
Thank you.
All right, that's the last Abney on the Grom thing for the day. Maybe.
Can I say that?
I was never introed, by the way.
Oh, Dylan
Hold on,
Shivery.
Dylan.
Oh yeah, sorry.
That drop, I did say previously that drop got on my nerves. I'm back into like liking that drop.
Yeah, yeah.
There was just like a 2-week stretch
it
where I
did-
was like, shut up.
No,
I love
this
it.
kid didn't get the actual clip didn't get on your nerves. It was the idea of the kid saying it that got on your nerves.
His just dumb face.
His delivery is so money.
Actually, he was the sweet kid. It was the other kid, the I'm gonna fuck with you kid, who was kind of
Oh,
scummy.
that kid sucks. Little Echo.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
honestly,
How do you know that name so easily?
I've gotten to the point that they're both the same to me at this point.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter.
no.
Dude, Lil Echo is way worse than this
The
kid.
Grom kid is tight.
Oh, is Lil Echo the one that clearly needs to wash his hair?
Yes.
Just one. He's doing the Brett plan, but he's not like, executing it as well.
Right.
It's like, no, you actually have to do other stuff to it. You can't just not wash your hair multiple times a month.
You guys got Instagram?
He was perfect. He was perfect.
The way he talks, man. I could listen to that kid talk all day.
I miss him. So the other kid is the one that we got the Dylan
Yeah, Little Echo.
TikTok up.
Wait, wasn't it Lil Esco?
Esco.
Little
yeah.
Esco. He told you had to get your drip up. Where do you stand with that?
Look, I don't. I think my drip is where it needs to be. Little Esco.
I've got it's not on the run sheet, but I've got a drip check I need to shoehorn in, PGA wise.
Okay.
We'll get to it later.
Okay.
If we have time.
Is this about Victor? Who's about?
No,
It
Phil.
is. It is
What
about
Phil?
Victor and Phil for that matter.
Let's do some programming notes real quick. As you know, every Tuesday and Friday we're doing Patreon episodes. Tuesdays have been the Stream Room, and I'm not saying that we're not going to do a Stream Room in the near future, but I have some worst of stories that may command some attention sooner than later. So just keep an eye out for that as well. Maybe we just do a double feature on one of these days.
Damn.
Also, Fridays, we're doing our classic voicemail episodes. We're also doing happy hour lives on YouTube, youtube.com/watchmedia. Go subscribe. Sometimes, if you're just chilling at home, you can watch these things on YouTube. You don't have to listen to us anymore. You can see our sweet, sweet faces just on your television screen.
Just our hot, handsome, chiseled faces.
But tomorrow on the Stream Room, we're doing Rounders. Just an absolute classic that does not get enough talk.
It's gonna make me want to get the poker chips out, man.
I
Start
know.
slinging them again.
Dude,
Not me.
You're out.
Not
You're
in
out the
this.
game.
Not in these uncertain times.
You're
Dylan.
out the game.
Can't be touching chips and.
You're right. But how much fun would it be to get a squad card game together?
Let's just do an E game.
Man, it's just fun.
an E-game. That sounds terrible.
There's people doing that.
I know. That just sounds miserable.
Dude, I used to play hella online poker, like too much.
Yeah, when I lived at the fraternity house, my computer, somehow there was a couple guys who didn't have them. One guy, I'm not going to name him, he lived there. He liked to smoke cigs. He would just come down to my room. I'd wake up for class, and he would be in there playing online poker. Just by
On your laptop?
not my I had a desktop. I'm old, so not as old as Dylan, but
9 months.
yeah, you know. So I would just wake up for class, and I would just be like, "Oh, what's up?" I don't want to say his name.
Cool,
but,
dude.
He was. I mean, I love the guy. Sweet guy.
You should have made him pay
Sweet
for it.
kid. I don't know who you're talking about.
Why didn't you make him pay? You should have taken 1%
'Cause,
of
dude,
his earnings.
he was kind of a legend. But then it got out of control. People were coming in to use my computer in between classes.
And you're the germ guy too.
People were on their Facebooks. I would go to they were probably on mine, probably on message boards. It just got out of control.
Oh, I know who it is. Yeah.
Johnny Ballgame.
Oh, wait, maybe I don't.
Springer.
Oh, yeah, Springer. Okay. Yeah.
I just named him.
He's in one of my fantasy leagues still.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I haven't seen him. He lives in Austin. Love the guy.
Nice kid. Man. Anyway.
Coffee.
Smoking. Also, go check out other podcasts on the Wash Media Network, Club Cool Mail and Sunday Scaries. Get in the network. We know you're out there looking for content other days. We're putting out content 6 days a week. Because as you know, Saturdays.
Saturdays are for the boys.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, when are we going to talk Chase Rice? Because I am sour on Chase Rice right now.
Just wait. Dude,
Okay.
just wait. Holster your takes real quick.
I hate this guy.
Can we talk about, instead of talking about something you hate, can we talk about something we love?
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
Is this about Crossroad?
Yeah, major shouts to Crossroad. These days, we're all looking for new ways to stay fit while we're spending more time at home. Cardio machines aren't exactly motivating, and the cost of home gym equipment can add up fast. And guess what? We found a cool new different way to get a great workout for a fraction of the cost. It's called Cross Rope, the sleek weighted jump rope system that makes working out at home fun.
If you have a heartbeat or heart rate tracking device, I challenge you to do some cross rope and monitor it because the heavy one will spike your heart rate.
Oh my gosh,
big time.
I was using it for some high intensity training, Dave. You hear about this thing?
HIIT.
You hear about this HIIT thing?
Uh-huh.
It's serious, man. Like Dave said, it'll spike your heart rate. It also just it burns your upper body because of the weighted rope.
You feel it in your shoulders.
It's
Cool
the
off
best,
for a
dude.
few minutes, you go right back in.
And then they've
that's
got
where the
the-
interval part comes in.
They've got the one that doesn't. It's not heavy, and it's just a nice solid jump rope to have.
Yeah, these things are quality too.
That's the one where you can start really getting loco with it.
Yeah,
Moving your feet, shuffling.
like you're training for a big boxing match or something.
Yeah,
You know, Mike Tyson status.
just like
They're
Tyson.
tight.
Yeah, they are tight. And if you're short on time, no worries. Crossrope lets you get a killer full body workout in just 30 minutes. It combines the intense cardio workout of jumping rope with a full body resistance training, so you get strong and stay healthy at home or anywhere else. And I will say, these things are nice. Very, very nice. I opened the box. I was like, are you kidding me?
It's a high quality
There's
jump rope.
serious quality on these. bad
Oh, yeah.
boys.
I wish they would take the handles and make nunchucks out of them.
That'd be cool.
They look like they could be chucks.
That'd be cool. I mean, as you know, these are durable steel ropes with ergonomic handles. I get why you would want that. If you have a nunchuck, you want it to be ergonomic.
Of course.
And the patented fast clip system for swapping rope weights fast. Just real easy to do. You can either get their Get Lean or Get Strong sets, depending on your fitness goals, or get the best value with the Get Fit bundle. That's both of them. And you can track your progress for free on the Crossrope app. You know we love tracking next-gen stats on the Crossrope app. Crossrope is so sure you'll love the whole experience. They even offer a 60-day risk-free guarantee. So if you're ready for a new cardio and full-body home workout, visit crossrope.com/circlingback. Get up to $40 off Crossrope sets plus free shipping when you check out today at crossrope.com/circlingback. That's CIRCLINGBACK. That's crossrope.com/circlingback. This hit the TL, I think, Saturday night. I didn't see it until I woke up on Sunday morning, and I could not have been more happy. The tweet has since been deleted, but if you want to go check it out, you can see it at Circling Back Pod. And it took place at a restaurant. I wouldn't say it's near and dear to us. Maybe to Dave a little bit more, but not me. I've only eaten there twice.
There's a lot of layers to this story because this kind of went from roasting this guy's wife to roasting him, and then it just kind of turned into a Cocina, just absolute libel fest on the Twitter.
Yeah, and it also then it just started getting memed.
And then it got memed. There's many elements here we need to discuss. This should probably just be a standalone pod.
One thing I found
We should have
funny.
done an emergency pod. We should have just ran to the studio yesterday morning.
One thing I found funny is I went to the Cocina Twitter account to see what they had to say about it. They hadn't tweeted since March. Like, don't even know what's going on.
Why would
times are
they?
uncertain.
Dude? Why would they? Like they're not.
Uncertain.
They're going to sit there
Like-
promoting a restaurant they can't open.
Like you're going viral right now. You don't even know it. So funny.
So let me explain why Cocina is such a.
Should we
It's not a big
read
deal
should we
to
read
me.
the tweet first?
Yes.
All right, let me read the tweet. This is directed at Micocina_Tex-Mex. Micocina stands for My Kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was some Spanish stuff for you guys out there. It says, my wife, date night after 3+ months locked up on quarantine, waiting for shredded cheese as it's the only way she can eat fajitas. We've asked 4 people going on 18 minutes now. Just unreal at the Allen, Texas location. We got to quit blaming #COVID-19 for crappy service.
It's literally the only way to enjoy fajitas is with just a side of shredded cheese.
Like she flat out can't eat it
okay,
unless it has.
Like, no, now how like people are lactose intolerant? No, not her.
She
can only tolerate lactose.
she's very tolerant.
She's no lactose
You know what?
intolerant.
She's poor service intolerant. Let me say this: the plate. So there's a photo. The photo is probably still out there, right? We could probably tweet
I'm
this
looking
and
at it right now.
Oh,
yeah.
sweet. Yeah,
Yeah.
you just read it. That'd be weird if you had that whole tweet memorized verbatim. The photo looks. There's 2 plates of like shrimp fajitas. There's beef fajitas that look like they're cooked perfectly. There's also a Mambo Taxi, Micocina's signature beverage, that is just has not been touched.
Yeah, she has
Oh.
not put any work into this Mambo Taxi.
She has given this completely torpedoed her entire dinner.
I don't. I mean, look, we've all been like hangry and pouty when you're getting bad service. You kind of sit there like,
Dylan, we know.
You're like, oh man, this sucks, whatever.
But for him
to
shredded cheese.
tweet about it and like complain and tag the restaurant, whatever, but to include a picture of his wife pouting, is like next level. Like, what are you doing, man?
Let me.
Dude,
ask you
I
this.
might understand a tweet, but adding the photo of her just staring longingly at these fajitas, like,
Just
it's
enjoy the fajitas.
It's ridiculous.
What,
They
what
look
do you
great.
expect? What do you expect to get from this tweet? Like, what's the outcome here?
Comped meal. So what's this guy's Twitter handle? I don't mind plugging.
So I have to admit, Dave, that the tweet that I found, I think they did this with a good intention. They
Okay.
cropped out his name, and I think it's because they didn't want people to keep piling on it.
His name on there was a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So he is an aspiring podcast entrepreneur. Which, hey man, I
You
respect.
gotta respect it, right? That's what we do.
But
Yeah, he's part of the brethren right now. He's just out there doing content from Tex-Mex restaurants, but he's just doing the wrong kind.
He's just.
his podcast is called Opinionated Much.
Oh,
And this, hey, you know what? Lean into it, man. If you looked at this guy's timeline like I did when I saw this, because I had nothing else going on, I was like, oh, that's interesting. Like 2 weeks prior, he was at the Gaylord Texan. You familiar with that? You'll probably take Parks at some point.
I've been there.
Oh, you've been there. It is like a big family-friendly resort
Yeah.
north of Dallas-Fort Worth, just north, like
They do
Grapevine, right?
this big ice production in the wintertime.
They've got a big pool.
It's tight.
I don't know what their situation is now. It's probably open and in some limited capacity. But he did the same thing to them, bitching about the service.
This
So
is
one
of those
he also
people.
did you see his Target tweet that he did?
No.
He did a tweet at Target too. He bought something, and Target had fixed a, I don't know what you'd call it, one of those like theft things onto it.
Oh yeah.
And he was complaining because it was still on there, and he couldn't get it off when he got home. And then he went back to Target, and they couldn't do it, and he was just bitching about that. And it's like, dude,
If it is in your nature to like repeatedly complain publicly about service or companies or whatever, you're trash, and I hate you.
can I ask you a question?
There are so many people who do this, and I can't stand it whenever they do it.
You have the most followers of all of us here.
Yes.
Have you ever had someone that you know, whether it's a family member, friend, or whatever, ask you to try to get something done online like this because you have a check mark and a lot of followers?
No, I've had friends ask me to promote like positive things, nothing like this.
I've had a couple people ask me like, "Hey, like, do you think you could get further if you tweeted this?" And I'm like, not only will I not get further,
They don't really understand how this works.
but it will also hurt my career because if this blows up, everyone's going to be like, "Why is Will complaining about someone
Yeah.
else's meal at this random restaurant in
Yeah.
like somewhere?" It's like, dude, no.
People don't ask me for that, thankfully. But I would turn them down, of course.
What do you think about the move of making your wife into a nationwide meme?
Yeah, why would you put your wife on blast like this? Like
Because-
she's leaning against the wall, pouting, very upset. Like why would you put this on social media?
I'd be more upset about the table placement. It looks like they're just in a corner
It's a
over
B-team
here.
table.
Yeah, like
You don't want the fire alarm behind your head.
I do appreciate that you can see a worker in the background and the dude's just crushing a mask, and you can't see it on his polo, but it definitely has Cocina embroidered onto it.
Oh yeah, dude. And Cocina, like, let me get out in front of it. It is by no means the best Tex-Mex joint. It is not. It is. I personally, and I'm a little biased. Will, you've eaten it with me. I think it's good. Some people were saying it's awful. I'm like, dude, it is not awful. If you go to the one in Highland Park Village, which I mean, I've been to a couple times, you'll see Aikman there with his family. You'll see Dirk there. You'll see random like Dallas like celebs there.
I'm a big fan of the one in HPV.
I've never been to
Don't call it
any of them.
HPV.
Dude, it's HPV. It stands for Highland Park Village.
That means something else.
Oh.
But Will and I went when we did the Raging Bull,
Raging Bull.
whatever that was. We went to the one in Frisco, the one at the Star.
So it was really good, but eating Tex-Mex at lunch, I don't feel like my head's in the game.
I'm
not in Tex-Mex mode. And the only thing that I can say about Mi Cocina is that the food is not memorable to me.
No,
Whereas if I go to El Tiempo, I'm thinking about those fajitas for days after.
El
I'm like,
Tiempo,
"Oh."
it is not. It is comparable though. I will say, for me, I think it's better than Matt's, but I think Matt's is a good comp. It's kind of like the Matt's of Dallas.
Okay.
There's multiple locations though, but like Their salsa's good. The brisket tacos are kind of the go-to. Everything else is fine. It's nothing to meme your wife over.
Is there anything, if you got to, just, hypothetically here, you're sitting at a Tex-Mex restaurant and a plate of sizzling hot fajitas gets set in front of you. What is the one thing that is going to stop you from eating those sizzling fajitas?
Nothing. I'm acting up.
Nothing.
The fajitas would have to be missing.
A hair.
Dude, see, for me, I'm the guy that just throws it to the side and says like, okay, I'm not thinking about it.
What if you pull it out of the and it's got the oil on it?
If you have to if it's a little tiny hair and you just have to, and you can flick it away, I'll flick it away and not even think twice. If it's a hair that you have to pull, then it's going back.
Flick it away now.
Here's a sentence that really just ruins everything. Waiting for shredded cheese as it's the only way she can eat fajitas. Is it really the only way she can eat fajitas? Or is it just how she likes her fajitas?
Can I ask this? Because that's a pretty high-end sentence. Did he put a comma between or before the as?
He didn't.
Oh.
Yeah.
Major L.
As it's the only way she can eat fajitas. It's not. It's just not.
But like they're not even touching the shrimp over here. Like
dude, that shrimp is begging to be touched.
Yeah, you can't let shrimp sit for 18 minutes.
Eat the shrimp.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, you know what? This is just that Mambo taxi. I know I've been harping on this, but like the fact that you're not even touching that. Like this is something else.
Yeah, dude, he's just. I think one of them is just. I think both of them are just in bad moods, and they were just hoping for the world. And they did what. And anybody else who has gone to a restaurant in Texas since, or not everybody else. I think some people have had good experiences, but largely going to restaurants during this time is not a fun time. Things are different. It's not back to normal. And so like you go to these restaurants and you're sitting there, and there's cleaning supplies everywhere, which is great, but it's. When you go to like somewhere that has good atmosphere,
there's no mariachi bands.
Yeah, like if I can't hear Bitty Bitty Bum Bum, then I don't want to go to Matt's El Rancho
different.
on a Thursday.
It's different.
He also hashtags COVID-19. I guess makes it more searchable or whatever.
That was a mistake.
Like, imagine like wanting to read news about COVID-19, like where the cases, and you see this woman's pouty face because she didn't have cheese.
That might have been his undoing.
Yeah.
The hashtag COVID-19.
Well, and I mean, whatever political lines you may be on, like, I don't think we do have to quit blaming COVID-19 for crappy service at this point yet. I feel like there's still a little leeway there. Like I'm still gonna. You're good. I feel like I'm still gonna afford some time to smother. I don't know.
Yeah. No. I've got an issue that I just noticed. Look at his tortilla. Look at his fajita. I have a real issue with his meat to tortilla ratio. Like,
wait, do you have a different tweet up than I do? Because I'm not seeing.
Oh
this
yeah,
meat.
let me show you.
Yes. Okay. So when I saw him doing that, I tried to look at her plate to see if she had done anything, and she truly has not touched.
It's just
anything.
It's just a tortilla with nothing in it.
Like she's not even ready to. She's not even ready to prepare the fajitas.
Hey, at what point is it rude when you're a patron like this, and let's say you have been waiting 18 minutes for something as necessary, as shredded cheese. What point do you get up and go find your waiter or wave down another waiter? Because I always try to. I don't want to.
He said he's talked to 4 people. See, I was actually thinking about this, and I have to admit, the current COVID climate in restaurants that's going on, I'm a little less likely to stand up and go talk to a waiter because I think I would freak out the staff, and I don't think I'd want to do that. But it's got to get to a point where you're like, hey, we need shredded cheese.
She needs it.
Find a hardworking busboy who you're like, dude, can you get us some shredded cheese real quick? My wife's gonna lose her mind.
Pin the busboy against the wall. Where's the cheese? Where's the cheese? Where is it?
Dame la queso. Or dame el queso.
Donde?
No, dame I think means give me.
Oh, give me.
I'm not really sure.
Donde, where is?
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've spoken Spanish.
Donde. Dude, Batman would have been so much better if he spoke Spanish.
Do they have a Spanish version of Batman?
They have to.
Bane in Spanish would be good.
Donde está the bat? Wish I knew more Spanish for this bit.
I was going to say, how much Spanish do you know?
Not very much, Will.
Donde está
Thank you for asking.
Oh, jeez.
Well, we lost Dylan.
That's okay.
I think the homie had to take a tank break.
Yeah, I mean, should we pull back the curtain for the studio right now? We're taking a few extra precautions in the studio.
We've added some guidelines for personnel.
Yeah, I think this is precautionary, but I will say that I think that the state of Texas is probably going to make some changes relatively soon, and yeah, things just might be a little weird, but we're taking extreme precautions in the stew, and I think Dylan had to go take the homie. The homie was either trying to take off his mask, which is not acceptable, or he was trying to get a tank off. I think it was a tank.
Another note on this. So I checked this guy's Twitter account the next day to see if he was replying to any tweets. He had RT'd a few. He was kind of leaning into it, which I think if you're at that point, you have to. But someone did say something to the matter of like, hey, must be a tough time in that household today. And he goes, 100% accurate. Not a good day to be here. Like something like that. Like,
Yeah.
So he's getting smoked, which makes me kind of like this guy, but like in a way that like it's just I feel bad. I do feel bad for him.
Oh,
but
I mean,
he did it to himself.
dude, if I did this and Sally was in the photo pouting over some fajitas, there's 100% chance that she would, she would lobby so hard to get that tweet deleted that I would have no choice but to delete that tweet. I get where he's coming from.
And he deleted it like 48 hours later.
He should have
Probably
kept
30
it
hours.
up. He should have pinned it. He should have just been the fajita guy.
I need to see the listens on that pod today.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
You
But-
know he's gonna ride this wave. Like he's
Yeah.
going to. His next episode will do more numbers than any he's done. Maybe he can get some sponsors. Maybe we bring him into the network.
Do you think he's got a Vizzy sponsor?
I feel like that's highly unlikely.
Because we do.
Yeah.
I mean, just talking about this and just looking at their photo, I'm looking at their fajitas in this photo, and I'm seeing shrimp fajitas and I'm seeing steak fajitas, and I have to say, this is something where all the options are just like there, and if I could combine those into one fajita, it'd taste amazing. And Vizzy lets you combine so many different flavors.
Wow,
Blue
you,
Pommy,
you really connected those.
dude, just think about it, man.
You brought it together.
They're just collaboing everything.
Yeah.
So it's like a combo plate of fajitas in a seltzer form with antioxidants and vitamin C is basically what you're saying.
Yeah,
It doesn't
and
taste like fajitas, but I see what you're
Exactly.
with
Because
it,
they have pineapple mango, black cherry lime, strawberry kiwi, and like we said, blueberry pomegranate. Vizzy's the only hard seltzer crafted with antioxidant vitamin C. Think about that.
You don't see that anywhere else, man.
It's extracted from acerola. It's a cherry. It's a superfruit with 30 times more vitamin C per cup than an orange. Imagine eating an orange and thinking you're getting vitamin C, and then someone rolls into the room and they're like, "Oh, dude, you want an acerola?"
I'd be like, wow, I don't even know what that is, but it sounds like a superfruit or something.
Yeah, it's like, is that a cherry of some sort? Like,
Superfruit. Super fruity.
yeah. Dude, you're such a better singer than Dylan.
Dude, that's not true.
I know.
I need to re-up on my Vizzy.
Same.
I got low this weekend, and now it's just exhausted.
Place down the street does not carry Vizzy, unfortunately, so I'm going to have to find a new vendor.
The store that I usually get it from was completely out over the weekend.
You love to see it.
You have to think it's the circling back effect.
Well, it obviously is, David. What else would it be?
You know what I love
marketing.
about these? They're only 100 calories.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, come on. 5% ABV and 100 calories with less than 1 gram of real sugar cane?
Dude, that's what I like. I'm out on sugar in 2020. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
So this is big.
Dude, it's huge. Upgrade your hard seltzer with Vizzy. To find out where you can purchase Vizzy, go to VizzyHardSeltzer.com. That's VizzyHardSeltzer.com. And yes, you must be 21 or older. And also make sure that if you're out there drinking your Vizzies, make sure to tag us and Vizzy in your tweets or Instagram
Please.
stories or whatever.
We want to
Just
see
do
all
it.
y'all. We want to see all y'all Vizzy bodies out there.
I'm trying to party with you guys. Since I'm sold out, I'm going to need to get some Vizzies in my system virtually.
Wow.
Make it happen. So last night, they did a nice little special on Lebron's Decision. To be honest, I thought it was going to be a 30 for 30. I didn't realize we were getting some weirdly produced, like...
It's 2 hours, man.
It was not.
What?
2 hours long.
What?
This show.
No, it wasn't.
It
It
was
was
1
an hour
hour.
long.
Oh, I recorded it and it said 2 hours, but
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
I watched the first half.
Yeah, no, it was not 2 hours.
Well, I guess I watched the whole thing because I thought I was watching the first half. But I recorded it and it said 2 hours. Like, I can't. Do
Yeah,
2
it was
hours of
1
this
hour,
show.
and it honestly could have been 30 minutes because they did not have a lot of content.
They could have made it... I mean, they could have made it into like a 3-part series if they really wanted to. And talked about like his time in Cleveland and his connection to the city.
So this guy's project is a series, but it's not going to all be on the Decision, obviously.
yeah.
this was just one episode.
I see.
I don't know anything about this guy, but we were talking before the pod. Like the first 10 minutes, I was about to punch out. I was gonna watch it, but I was thinking like, dude, this is awful because it was like, is this about LeBron or is this about this journalist's like quest to do the story? And it was just like him, and it was talking about how crazy times that, it's making it difficult. He's having to do all these, Zoom call interviews with these journalists, and I'm just like, dude, man, just get to LeBron, dude.
It was kind of lame.
It was it didn't have a lot. It got better, but I did find it interesting that they couldn't even get, what was the dude, Jim Gray, the dude who actually did the decision, like the interviewer, the host. Like he was like, nah, I'm not going on there.
Jim Gray's a putz. I can't stand that guy.
He's kind of a boner.
Yeah.
He kind of seemed like a boner during the interview when they were talking to him about like what they were going to do and stuff.
Well, that whole thing was a shit show.
Yes.
Like,
So can I be honest? At the time, I didn't realize how much of a shit show it was.
well, start off, Will, with the most important thing. LeBron's biggest mistake of the night.
What, his fit? What are you doing, LeBron? Like, LeBron's actually regarded now as a pretty fashionable dude. And I'm not saying he wasn't fashionable.
It's
And
2010.
I know this
or
was
8,
11
10.
years ago.
Yeah.
And I know that. But I still don't see a scenario where LeBron is making, at that point, the biggest decision of his life. And he's sitting there and he's like, yeah, I'm going to hit him with I'm going to hit him with a gingham button down, a white undershirt, and I'm going to tuck all that into a pair of dark, ill-fitting jeans.
The most visible undershirt of all time. Like, it was basically on his chin.
Jarring. Like, dude, Kanye's there. And I know Kanye went through his whole preppy stage, but that was way before.
What year was this?
2009.
2009, 2010?
Yeah, whatever it was.
So this is, I'm trying to think which iteration of Ye we had. Was this 808 Ye, or is this is pre-Yeezus, I think?
Yeah, so his next one was Yeezus. Graduation came out in 2007, and so My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, that's what we had, 2010 Kanye.
Oh, so Kanye's back. He's all the way back.
Yeah, and he if you saw his fit in there, he wasn't that bad. He was dressed pretty
No, he
normal.
was cool, Kanye.
Like,
God, I miss the old Kanye.
Kanye was just wearing a black sport coat with a deep V-neck, necklaces, and whatever. And I'm not saying that he like crushed it, but at the time he looked way better. Whereas LeBron looks like a proud dad.
And my biggest issue with LeBron, like, yeah, the shirt and the undershirt, but like the belt, like, what are you doing? We're not wearing belts, man.
Swagless.
Dude, not everyone's not wearing belts.
It's just you expect more out of him, out of an icon like
Dave,
LeBron.
belts are still in, man. Contrary to what you
dude.
turn your life
It's
into.
so funny. It's so funny you come in here with your belt on your high horse. Like, dude, you are so wrong.
Do you guys remember where you were when you watched this?
Yes.
Where were you?
I was at my parents' house. I was living at home. I think this was in the summer? Yeah,
Yeah,
this
midsummer.
Yeah.
Midsummer.
Yes, I was home for my 1L year.
I do not remember.
I was watching with a couple of buddies, and we all had money on who he would go with, and I don't remember even who I had. I think I went with Chicago because the odds were the best. We were just betting with each other. I think I went with Chicago for some reason. The fact that Kanye was there, I was like, okay, he's going to Chicago. It made
I
sense
didn't even
in my
think
brain.
about that angle. That is a little surprising.
But I do remember saying that if I was making the decision, I would have 100% gone to Miami.
He should have just done it from the Notes app and avoided all this.
That's essentially what he did with going to L.A.
All right, you guys know, or I think, Will, you know more about Bill Simmons than I do. They had that thread about how this came from the Bill Simmons mailbag. I saw Bill Simmons getting flamed. How much of this is like on Bill Simmons? And because doesn't Bill Simmons after the fact say this is the dumbest thing anyone's ever done?
Yeah, but it sounds like he pushed for it. And so I used to read those mailbags pretty religiously.
Yeah, thank you for that.
When they would come out, I'd be like, okay, like I clear my schedule for the next hour. I'm going to read this mega mailbag that he just tossed
It's
out.
like the mail in.
I don't want to say that I remember this, but I feel like I do remember this actual question. A lot of these questions that would happen, they'd find the way to a text message conversation with like one of my buddies or something. And I'm almost positive that we talked about this. But I almost feel like, one, Bill Simmons is getting too much credit. Two, Bill Simmons,
That's fair.
He showed his true colors in like seemingly promoting it and then shitting on it later and being an anti-LeBron guy for an extended period of time. But I get why he was anti-LeBron, like Boston versus
So
everything.
yeah, and same with Wilbon.
Yeah,
My fun fact, I like Wilbon just had to shoehorn in like, oh, he's no MJ. Like, he had to work MJ into the fold somehow.
It's like, yeah, I mean, LeBron's career was like, what, 3 years old at that point? 4 years old?
yeah, give him a break.
So he got a lot of shit for this, right? For the decision.
Yeah.
And for very publicly turning his back on Ohio and all that. People, they briefly mentioned this in the show last night, but he donated $2.5 million, of which he earned from that show, to the Boys and Girls Club of America.
Mm-hmm.
People don't mention that. Why?
I don't even know, because even last night when they were talking about it, it didn't feel like anyone actually cared about that. It was like, oh, but what an asshole.
Right. I don't get it.
It's like, well, wait, they donated all
He
of
used his
this.
platform to earn a lot of money and donated it to a very good cause.
It was just, I think it's the self-indulgence of being like, you know what, I can stop the world with my decision to shit on my home state and home team. Like, the audacity to do that is pretty ridiculous.
While being very charitable at the same time.
Looking back on it, I'm like, this isn't that big of a deal. But then again, I'm not a Cleveland sports fan. Had I been a Cleveland sports fan, if I'd been from Cleveland, I would have been mad. Me at the time, I wasn't mad. I was like, oh, damn, dude, the Mavs are never going to win a title. Funny. Anyway.
Funny how that worked out.
But, like, I do like how he disrupted the power structure of the NBA, and I think it's made the NBA better. It's made it more entertaining. It's a 24/7 like news cycle with the NBA, because like now if Giannis like something on Instagram like that the Bulls put up or something, you're like, whoa, wait, what? And it's like, oh yeah, this is all possible because LeBron teamed up with Bosh and Wade. And as much as I hated those three for a long time, it's like, you know what, they did it their way, and I kind of respect that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, maybe he should have gone into the show with an actual plan and not had Maverick Carter running up to Jim Gray in commercial breaks like, hey, ask him this. Like,
talk about this.
How did they not have an actual producer? Like, I love that LeBron, like, puts his squad up and, like, all right, y'all are going to run this. Like, you know, his day ones. But you got to have somebody in there that knows what they're doing. It was so awkward. They didn't even play the most awkward parts. Like, LeBron looks so out of place.
Yeah, he does.
looked
It
very
looks like he
uncomfortable.
wasn't. It looks like it wasn't his idea at all, and he didn't even want to be there.
He was what, 25, 26?
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah, man.
It's a mega tough scene.
But you know what? The most egregious part of this, the Dan Gilbert, the owner of the Cavs, Comic Sans letter that people forget about. Like, what was that?
This guy's garbage, dude.
Sally couldn't believe that he actually did it in Comic Sans last night when we were reading it, and I was like, you know what? I remember the letter and just being like, I don't want my owner putting out public statements like this. And obviously, it wasn't my owner, but doing it in Comic Sans, I don't know how he doesn't have someone in his inner circle that tells him not to do that. If I
the
do
boss.
that, people are like, oh, that's Will's just doing a bit. But if you're the owner of like a multi-million-dollar franchise, you can't just be doing Comic Sans.
You really can't.
It's like, is that the default in his Word? Like, does he open Word and that's just what comes out?
It's total amateur hour is what it is. But he shamed the shit out of LeBron. Like, he went in on
Dude,
him.
I get it, though. I get it.
I get why you would have those feelings. I don't get why you would do that publicly.
It was unprofessional.
Yes.
Completely.
And I don't remember what I'm sure the Cavs franchise was pretty much trash until LeBron came back. But like, that doesn't help you get free agents and get big name players there.
Right.
No.
When you're willing to just absolutely flame a guy.
I mean, he did. I understand. Like, he did have to have a series of people who would have had to stop him from doing this. And I'm sure that he had lawyers saying, do not do this. But he's like, he's the owner of the team. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's the dude's job. It's his career. He can go wherever he wants. Like, I know that if you're from Cleveland or from Ohio, you feel like and he's from there, so you feel like he's turning his back on you. But the guy's free to do whatever the hell he wants, man. In our jobs, we can go and do whatever the hell we want. Why can't he? It pissed
You
me
got
off.
an announcement to make?
Screw Dan Gilbert,
You're
man.
going to work with Bill Simmons.
I'm not going anywhere,
Hey,
Davey.
what's up, Dorn? Man, bring back the forums.
No.
Fuck you.
Trust me, if the Ringer's hiring anybody right now, it's not going to be Dylan Shivery.
Wait, why?
Because
That's rude.
because you're a white male.
Oh, okay.
And based on the news cycle surrounding the Ringer right now, I don't think they're in the market for more of
Okay,
those.
I would argue that we are not 100% sure of Dylan.
Fair.
Because there's an adoption in there, right?
Yes. My grandfather on my dad's side, so that's where the name comes from.
Society recognizes you as a white male. But I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like, one day we're going to get to the bottom of this.
I was disappointed to find out that I was shockingly white according to 23andMe. Like, more so than we all kind of expected. Yeah, I'm tan.
Do you just wear bronzer? What's the deal? How are you so
I'm
tan?
Man, have you ever seen my dad? He's like crazy dark.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
He's also got a solid head of gray hair.
He's got gray, white hair, basically. Very tan.
Yeah.
Very tan man.
The tan man.
This isn't
People
about
call him.
me.
It's not about you. We made it about you.
Yeah. This is about Chase Rice.
Wait.
I'm itching to go in on that.
How have we not made
Hang
a
on.
23andMe joke with with Dylan involved in that somehow?
I don't know.
That's so ripe for the taking.
Drop the bag again.
I like how they sent us the test kits and then they like never ended up sponsoring.
And then
us.
mine got
Well,
lost.
no. Do you know why they didn't end up sponsoring us?
Why?
Because the podcast got shut down.
Oh, we were going to.
Yeah. We had to delay because Dave's got lost in the mail, so now someone else just has all of Dave's DNA.
Yeah, I'm the only person to have two 23 threes. And they have like slight variance. Like one says like 42% Italian, the other says like 48. I'm like, what is it? Not that it really matters that much, but I'm like, how did it vary?
Weren't there a set of identical triplets who all did one and they got like different results? There was a story about it.
Maybe.
No, I know who you're talking about. It was actually the twins.
There you go.
Oh yeah, it wasn't triplets.
Mm-hmm.
It was twins.
Mm-hmm. It was what?
Oh, the
Twins.
I like Dylan saying it without the
Twins.
inflection. It was just twins.
He's just twins.
Hey guys,
Hey guys.
you guys want to come out back, check out my garden? Twins.
Do we have any closing thoughts on LeBron?
I'm a
Yeah.
LeBron guy. I'll say it.
Yeah, me too.
I'm a LeBron
don't
guy.
care.
I think he's a good dude. He's a family man. He does things his own way, but he's never wronged anyone really.
Well,
he hasn't.
He tried to wrong Dirk in the finals, but Dirk had the last laugh.
Yeah, the Mavs.
How do they
Yeah.
not mention
As
the
far as-
finals MVP in that? Like
As
they
f-
mentioned the Mavs, but they're not going to mention Dirk's legendary, historic, top 5 playoff run for one player of all time.
can't-
Not debatable. Don't come at me. I'll flame you.
You can't defend a Dirk fadeaway, Dave. You just can't.
If LeBron hadn't returned to Cleveland and won a championship, then I would totally feel for Cleveland fans. But like at this point, it's like if you still
Dude,
have like shut the fuck
The
up.
story arc is incredible. Like that's a full-on redemption right there.
Yeah.
He brought a title to his people.
Can
Yeah.
I make an unfair shot? Take an unfair shot at LeBron?
Yes.
Potentially the biggest mistake of this whole thing was how he celebrated the title in Cleveland. In his post-game interview, just Cleveland, this is for you. And then it was kind of awkward because she didn't say anything. And he just goes, ugh. It's just like, dude, that's all you had?
Nothing. I mean, my favorite. I don't know why I remember this so well, but my favorite post NBA championship interview was just Kevin Garnett when he just yelled "anything is possible" and was just like loving it. Like I was just like, dude, anything is possible. I'm gonna go. I can do anything right now.
Good point, KJ.
Cool, KJ.
KJ.
Hey, KJ. Come look at this, KJ.
Guess what?
This is how I win. Let's do quotes from that movie now.
Dude, let's do all the quotes.
Do the one about, holy shit, do it.
I don't know that. What?
You're always saying it.
Yeah,
Holy
you're-
shit,
yeah.
I'm about to.
I don't say that, Dave. Come on, man.
Dude, you always say it.
Dude, my son is 5 feet from you right now. Like, what's your problem?
Yeah, but it's behind a soundproof window.
Is it sound?
Yeah, you can't hear outside of that window.
Okay.
Yeah. If we've learned anything about this office, the acoustics here are just great.
It does sound good.
I didn't hear any unsavory conversations happening in any other offices on Friday when I was recording Sunday
Oh
Scaries.
my God.
Unhinged.
Wild man over there.
Should we talk about the Chase Rice concert that was held this weekend?
Ugh. I hate Chase Rice.
Well, if you've listened to this podcast, you know that we have a history with Chase Rice. You know, we're big Chase Rice guys. He and Victoria Fuller from the Bachelor, they used to have a little thing, and he was on there. We've gotten a lot of content out of Chase Rice in our day.
I feel like Dave's pulling up lyrics and song titles about
No,
Chase
I'm
Rice.
not.
over there.
I looked. Chase Rice was trending still on my my desktop, and I looked over and clicked where Chase was trending, but it's actually now Chase Daniel trending.
no.
And it's just people pointing out that he's now making more than Jameis and Cam Newton combined.
Dude, hell yeah.
He has 5 career starts.
Wow.
I remember he was lights out, though, in college.
He's a great player.
Yeah, I remember watching. I didn't watch very many Mizzou games, but I remember they had one.
That was their last year in the Big 12, right?
Maybe. They had one, whatever bowl game they were in. I think they had Jeremy Macklin at the time. I just remember thinking, like, these two are dope. Dope.
I think he's a solid backup, but man, I forgot how much money that dude makes. Man, he is living. Good for him. And he's from South Lake, so he comes from money, so that's great.
Do you guys want to run? Can I give the people a rundown in case they haven't been on the Twitter machine today?
Please.
Country singer Chase Rice is taking heat after sharing a video footage of concerts he played in Tennessee Saturday night, with footage showing large, packed outdoor crowds rocking out shoulder to shoulder with no sign of social distancing or masks. Rice posted the video of his riled-up audience in Tennessee, taken from the stage, as a part of an Instagram post with the caption, quote, "We back." The video clips remained up Sunday on his Instagram story, even as it became the subject of angry voices on social media.
Yeah, the photo is really what did him in here.
So there's a variation of this tweet about 1 million different times on Twitter right now, and it basically says, like, imagine risking your life to see Chase Rice in concert.
See, I disagree. I don't understand. I don't like that.
Yeah, I would risk my life for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, Dylan.
Chase Rice.
Look,
oh, my God. Look,
what
this
about
guy's
this
an
argument?
asshole. I don't know how this
Why?
was even allowed.
What about, doesn't he have a responsibility? Like, what about the argument that, like, hey, your liberties, your personal freedom to go and risk your life and risk, transmitting that virus to hear some really, really terrible music.
Like-
What about that argument? You telling people mental health is a thing. People have a right to, like, enjoy life. They can't enjoy their life by listening to truly terrible country. Are you telling me that?
I'm telling you that.
Okay, fine. You
Yeah,
want to die?
I
on that
don't
hill,
know
bro.
what regulations Tennessee has in place.
Doesn't look like many.
Have you?
But did they break them to get 4,000 unmasked
I'm
people
going to
together?
assume not, because a lot of the places outdoors, it doesn't matter. I don't know the standing of
Okay.
Tennessee right now, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, if Tennessee's got things under control, then there's more of a case for people going, because they're like, oh, we're good. If he's doing this in Austin, Texas, then it's like, dude, like, I mean, our cases are worse than we're at the worst we've ever been.
Yeah.
And yeah, but like honestly, like, as someone who's never seen Jack Daniels and Jesus in concert, I would love to go to a Chase Rice show right now.
Dude,
Oh, my God.
Have you ever seen 50 Shades of Crazy? Have you seen him perform any songs off Ignite the Night?
No, I haven't. I'm sorry.
I didn't think so.
Man,
Tennessee
I'm legit mad about this.
I believe that they are top 10 in hospitalizations for COVID.
Good.
This is from the COVID tracking project. This is from Twitter, so this number could be inflated or deflated.
The chances that someone in that crowd had COVID is 100%.
Well, here's the deal.
Like, it's
no one is-
100%.
These people are on.
P.
Okay. Pro, yes, they are outside. Con, they are crammed in like it's Woodstock 99. Everyone is on top of each other. Also a con, no one is wearing a mask.
Also, a con, it was a Chase Rice concert, so they were grinding Wranglers on each other. You know that was happening.
Oh,
no,
there
not
were-
even chinos, just denim on denim.
Just
Yeah,
denim on
there was denim on denim grinding. To put it in perspective for you,
So many square-toed boots there. So many.
yeah, June 26th, which was 3 days ago, seemingly around the same time as the concert. Was this concert on Friday or Saturday? Do we know?
Yeah, hard to say.
I think it's Saturday.
Can't look that up.
Well,
I'm that kind of
June
night either
26th
way.
was the highest coronavirus reporting done in Tennessee.
Oh,
So
cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
I
I didn't think it was going to be as bad as it was until I watched the video, and I was like, holy shit, there are a lot of people in this place.
It's a lot. I have some friends in Oklahoma who went to an event, a concert. Not a musician is held in high regard like Chase Rice, but in the stage from the audience to the stage is about 30 yards of no man's land, no one there, and the entire crowd was spaced apart by about 6 to 7 feet. So people were at least trying to, they're trying to do their best. They're doing their best, trying to have a social life, but they're also being safe. People were wearing masks. There's a way to do it.
Do you see what not Bill Simmons? Jesus, dude, get Bill Simmons off your mind, Will.
Hey,
Did you
I
see what-
can't.
You see what Dave Chappelle did when he did that live thing for the Netflix is Funny YouTube channel?
Mm-mm.
Like, the way that they set up the entire thing was just, obviously this is different. A stand-up show is much different than a Chase Rice concert where you want to turn up and drink some Fireball with the boys. But like, they just had 2 seats separated and everybody was wearing masks the entire time. It was like, I would have felt safe going to the Dave Chappelle show. But if someone's like, hey, they're doing a Chase Rice show, it's going to be pretty safe. Like, there's no way it's going to be safe.
There's no such thing
no
as a
way.
safe Chase Rice show.
Like, COVID was transmitted at that concert. Like, it happened.
Well, not to mention just the electricity in the air, just because of how good the show probably was.
Stop it.
Like, you have to think that helped transmit.
He did ignite the night.
Okay. Okay.
Did you see he played his new song?
What's it called?
Your Love Is My Antibody.
David, stop. It's not what it's called.
Okay. I thought he played it. Maybe I got some bad intel. There's a lot of fake news on Twitter with this stuff.
Sheesh.
Man, yeah, I was going to find more intel on hashtag COVID-19, and then I just saw some lady who couldn't get fajita shredded cheese, so kind of defeated the purpose.
Well, he also this concert was done with Chris Jansen, which I don't know much about. Do you guys know
Is that the
anything about
Dateline
him?
guy?
No.
Yeah. So, if you want to look up Chris Jansen,
I don't, but I will.
I'm reading here that he released a song about coronavirus.
Oh, no.
Do you guys want me to read some of the lyrics here?
Is it grab me a sixer of Corona, hold the virus?
Oh no, I'm sorry. Chase Rice did. This is Chase Rice's lyrics, but Jansen also did some lyrics. Chase Rice's lyrics were, "Dear Corona, you don't know the heart of a country fan. You don't know that we don't give a damn. So you can reschedule Stagecoach, but you got to understand that you don't know the heart of a country fan.
Is this real?
Well, wait.
Are you
Okay.
making this up off the cuff, or is this real?
You can reschedule Stagecoach, but you got to understand that you don't know the heart of a country fan."
Let me ask you this. So you're mocking this. Have you seen a study that disproves this, that like maybe country music fans do have like a different
Fair.
enzymes, different immune systems?
You got to think that they don't, but
But
man,
you
this,
don't know
this
that.
is just a big middle finger to everyone who's getting sick and like losing. Like people are literally dying from this, and it's just a big middle finger.
Well, like great point. And I'm about to go woke here. This is my woke COVID take of the day. Hit the button, Micah. There's not a button.
just
Yeah.
hit a random one.
If we hold off on going to really really high quality country music shows where we're packed in, maybe we can get back to normal sooner than later.
Yeah.
Maybe we won't. Maybe that won't extend this another month or two. Just saying. What about that take? I mean, I feel like that's a pretty level-headed take for a guy here who does not have many level-headed takes.
It's a good take.
Pat me on
David.
the back.
It's a good take, David.
Add me on the gram. Pat me on the back.
Look, this isn't going to go away until people take it seriously. It's just not. Like we're about to start recording from home again. I feel like I'm pissed off about it
Yeah, not happy about
because
it.
people want to go get beers with the squad or go listen to terrible music in person. Like, it's just stop.
Let me tell you this, Dylan. Would it change your mind and would it make you go to a show if you knew the following songs were going to be played live in person? Good Vibes, Buy Me a Boat, Redneck Life, Power of Positive Drinking, Hawaii on Me.
The power of that's not a song.
Like, who goes to see this guy even when there's no pandemic going on? Like, he's just garbage.
And now for my favorite, Who's Your Farmer?
Oh wow,
That's good.
Is that like Who's Your Daddy?
that one's got to slap.
Do you want to hear some good news, Dylan, from an artist that you hold near and dear to your heart?
Is this about Gaga?
It's about John Party.
Oh,
John Party was doing an outdoor show in Georgia, but those familiar with the concert described it as a dinner show where patrons were set up at tables, each with their own 15-foot by 15-foot square that they were asked to stay within, with 6-foot distancing between table
That's my
spaces.
dog.
Temperatures were checked at entry, and masks were said to be required on shuttles to the venue, although not during dinner or the performance.
Oh, he's done. I'm out on John Party.
And
I'm
people
tired of
wonder
his
why
woke takes.
Dude,
people
John
wonder
Party's
why
a
I'm such a
pussy.
party guy.
He's such a P.
Dude, he's so tight.
John Party's a bitch.
Dude, he fucking just brings it song after song.
Speaking
He's a
of
hit
Lady,
maker.
speaking of Lady Gaga, did you know that she was supposed to be featured on Kendrick Lamar's "Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe"? That was going around yesterday. It sounds terrible.
She was?
Really?
Terrible.
You saw? You mean you listened to it?
Yeah, I don't know what. Maybe there was some kind of dispute on publishing or something, but like it didn't get released. But like the track's out there and it's not good.
I would like the song less. I like Gaga, but I think I would have liked that song less had Gaga been on it.
Same.
I don't need Gaga and Kendrick
Yeah.
doing stuff together. I feel like Kendrick goes too hard for Gaga.
Well, I wouldn't say that, sir.
Would you go to a Lady Gaga show right now, outside, but you're crammed in and you're chino on denim?
I wouldn't go to see anybody. I wouldn't go see Elton John.
I was gonna say, what about James Blunt?
Okay.
James Blunt's doing a show.
Now you're talking my language. No, I wouldn't go. I wouldn't. First of all, I don't even like concerts really, so this is easy for me. But no, I mean it's just not. Just wait a few months, people. Wait. Yeah. Don't go to a 4,000 person concert, shoulder to shoulder, sweating all over each other, dancing. Get out of here.
Chase
what are you
Rice,
doing?
dude.
The literal pandemic.
I want to. Oh, have we figured out if Victoria F has commented on this yet?
Maybe I sound like a whiny bitch, but I'm just sick.
No,
of this.
I mean-
Yeah, you do.
there are people out there who are going to say that we sound like whiny bitches.
That's okay. That's okay. But people are still getting it. Look, it's spiking. People are getting sick. People are dying, man. I'm tired of not being able to go get a pint with the lads. I'm tired of it.
I'm going through Victoria Fuller's story right now.
Park's about to miss kindergarten.
No, she has not.
Victoria, easy on the Pepsi.
She has not commented on this yet, interestingly enough.
Is she back with Chase Rice? Isn't she dating somebody else?
Wasn't she dating Chris Soules or whatever his name is?
The farmer?
Yeah.
Geez,
Didn't he get canceled at some point?
well,
is he the guy who killed someone?
He did.
Oh, yeah, and he left the scene.
He did.
Yeah, you can't do that.
No, you can't.
Yeah, he's not in jail?
I don't know.
No, I believe it was. He could not prove. I don't know. I'm not gonna. I don't know.
Sheesh.
There's a lot. We got. This is a big Monday. Dude, the chase. I just can't believe that there's that many people willing to put health on the line for Chase Rice.
I'll be honest. Like, I'll be completely honest. When it comes to coronavirus stuff, like, it definitely started taking a back seat in my mind. Like, I got way more comfortable, and like, as numbers seemingly were going down, I was way more comfortable about everything. But in the last week, the numbers have become undeniable, and it's like I look at it and I'm like, well, back to where we were in March.
It's worse.
Yeah. It's just stinks.
You're undeniable.
Oh,
Wow.
I don't know,
What are we
man.
eating?
I'm drinking hot coffee for the first time in like 3 weeks.
Dude, if
I'm on another level. It's hitting different.
if you're one of the idiots that wants to go to a Chase Rice concert, I'm going to highly suggest that instead of going to the concert, you just need to get a pair of Raycon earbuds and just listen to Chase Rice on those. Because whether you're working from home or working on your fitness, you want what you're listening to be what you're listening to, not what your roommates, neighbors, whoever. Once you hear noise from other people, it's over. You want to hear what you're listening to. Everyone needs a great pair of wireless earbuds. But before you go dropping $100 on a pair, you need to check out the wireless earbuds from Raycon. You already know they start about half the price of any other premium earbuds on the market, and they sound just as amazing as other top audio brands you know. Their newest model, the model that we all have, are the everyday E25 earbuds, and they're the best ones yet. With 6 hours of playtime, seamless Bluetooth pairing, more bass, and a more compact design that gives you a nice noise-isolating fit. These things are comfortable, perfect for conference calls, binging podcasts, listening to Chase Rice, whatever you want.
Raycon.
These things are in my ears probably 25% of the time that I'm at home.
Dude,
I'm always listening. Maybe I'll have one in, so it doesn't look like I'm being too much of a dick. You know, my wife wants to talk to me. I'm
you're
not.
sitting at dinner, you just have one in the other
I'm
ear.
like,
Listen
what
to
is
the
it?
game.
Hey, hang on. I'm listening to the guys talk about the tournament.
Dude, these things are stylish and discreet. No one's doing that. No one's doing stylish and discreet besides Raycon. I mean, do you guys know celebrities like these too? Not only was the company co-founded by Ray J, but Snoop Dogg, Cardi B, Melissa Etheridge.
Some power hitters.
Are you kidding?
Some power hitters.
Dude, Brandy, J.R. Smith likes him. Pick up a pair and see what the hype's all about. Now's the time to get the latest and greatest from Raycon. Get 15% off your order at buyraycon.com/steam. That's buyraycon/steam for 15% off Raycon wireless earbuds. Again, buyraycon.com/steam.
Highly recommend.
Buyraycon.com/steam. All right. Do we want to talk about the St. Louis gun neighbors?
A lot of viral tweets.
Yeah, the viral tweets were popping this weekend.
We're just going in on everybody this episode.
Why
We're
does
just
that? Why?
ripping.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
We'll
These
probably hear
people
about it.
suck, man.
Yeah, when I saw this, I was like, why is Glenn Guglia from Wedding Singer, why is he outside with an AR? Please don't correct me. I don't know what kind of firearm that is. It looks like something that I would get in a loadout in Call of Duty Warzone. Dylan, you know what I'm talking about.
I do.
Well, the situation, if you haven't seen the tweet, the video is a little jarring. It says a white couple pointed guns at protesters in St. Louis as a group marched toward the mayor's home on demand for her resignation. A social media video showed the armed couple standing outside their large home Sunday evening in their upscale central West End neighborhood of Missouri City. In the video, the unidentified couple shouted at protesters while people in the march moved the crowd forward, urging participants to ignore them. The woman is seen pointing a handgun at the crowd, and the man is seen holding a rifle.
Okay, I started seeing people saying, like, talking about her handgun etiquette, her firearm, etiquette, and I was like, wait, she didn't have a gun. I went back and watched. I didn't even realize she had a gun because she was being so flippant and like
Oh,
irresponsible with how she was holding it. I was like, whoa, there is a handgun there. That is extraordinarily dangerous. And I'm not even firearms guy, and I know that.
So the first tweet that I saw was a different one than what I just saw in the article that I'm reading from. And I have to say, the more video that comes out, this already looks bad. The more video that comes out, it looks much, much worse.
Okay. Can you answer me this? I have not been able to get a definitive answer. Were there demonstrators on their property, like vandalizing or doing anything like that? Or were they just walking down the street?
It's hard to say. I will say the only thing I know about the geography of this, and I think that there might have been people technically on their property since they have a pretty vast lawn area.
It is an absolute pad.
But I think these people lacked the self-awareness of being like, oh, they're not going to come ransack our place. Maybe that was the fear they had, and it's probably an unjustified fear. But it probably was a fear.
Well,
if I'm in my apartment and I see a huge, not my apartment, if I'm living in my house and I see a large group of people that are congregating outside of my house, yes, I'm going to have some concern. But I don't think grabbing a rifle and then going out and pointing it at everybody is going to get as much done as maybe just calling the police.
That's what we call escalating the situation.
Doesn't that put more of a target on your back?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the house, guys. Let's fuck it up.
And you know what? Let me say this. If I am going to do this, I'm not going to go out in my pink Izod, or my pink Lacoste polo tucked into my pleated khakis with a belt. I'm probably going to put on like maybe some athleisure or maybe something a little bit more tactical.
Yeah.
I actually disagree with you here. I actually think this is the ideal fit for this guy.
This is the Boogaloo Boys like MO.
You
Put
also
on, like these like generic preppy clothes and then have your big guns and show everybody how tough you are.
Dude, someone pointed out on Twitter, I think it was our friend Connor from Barstool, said that his chinos were about 4 inches too long, the inseam.
Well, so not only the chino's too
That's
long,
fair.
but so I have a high quality photo pulled off of him right now. Dave, you wronged him. It was not an Izod, dude. Put some respect on the name. It was a Brooks Brothers shirt. So, just swallow that pill.
Oh, it is a Brooks. There's the sheep.
Mm-hmm.
I actually probably own this shirt.
And then also, this is a case for no belts, Dave. His belt is done at least one notch too much, and it's cutting off the circulation to his lower body, maybe his upper body, and it's just hard on him.
Is that a braided belt?
It's not. No,
Unfortunately, it's not.
Here's an HQ version. If your button is sticking out from underneath your belt, that means that your belt is on too tight. This is just general stuff. I'm not trying to be club cool right now. I'm just giving you some advice.
I'm trying to be club cool. I got to say, man, I just don't know if this was the move. I know Ohio, I believe, has some form of the castle doctrine.
Well, this is Missouri.
Missouri. What did I say?
You said Ohio.
Isn't St. Louis in Ohio?
Close.
I believe Missouri definitely has some form of the castle doctrine.
This house looks like, I'm seeing a different video, a second angle. This house looks like a castle, man.
It is a castle. I saw
monstrous.
a Google Maps
really?
layout of this because after this happened, they pretty much started getting doxxed on Twitter.
Makes sense.
It makes sense.
I'm not saying.
I will never support doxing people, like ever. It's really fucked up, and you should never do that. But if you do something like this, you open yourself up to pretty much getting doxxed at that point, and that's unfortunate. But you also are making a terrible decision.
It's a highly doxable behavior.
Yes, and it's just unfortunate that this couple took the actions that led them down the road of getting doxxed.
Someone discovered some old real estate photos of inside the house, and has their furniture in it. They're like standing there too. Their decor is trash.
Oh no!
It puts out the vibe of a couple that has quite gaudy taste.
It's trash.
Well, they're from Ohio. What do you expect?
Oh my God.
Did I say that? Why am I the one getting the heat for hating
I should
Ohio?
get the heat. I should get the heat.
I mean, I really don't.
You know, off mic, you say how much you hate that state.
Yeah, you do.
Everybody's tweeting me. I'm like, I don't know, man.
Ohio is your Scott Burrell. You wake up in the morning and just want to beat the piss out of
I just want Ohio to be better. That's why I'm so hard on Ohio. People forget I almost lived there.
Man, this is just not a good look.
I will say I understand protecting your domicile. I understand owning a weapon in order to do that. I have the understanding of all these things. But this is not how you're supposed to deal with it.
Waving a gun on your front lawn?
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, that's not the move.
You can't go full Tony Montana and just go out on your front lawn.
And she's legit pointing it at people too.
That is rule numero uno.
He's not.
I'm
Can't
not
do that. You
She-
don't point it unless you're willing to fire.
Like,
Kill
here's
it.
a picture. She's literally pointing it like at someone's face.
Yeah.
Like you just can't do that.
No.
That is a. Again, I don't know Missouri law. That is probably an actionable criminal act.
Oh, I'm sure.
Pointing a gun at somebody. That's I'm going to say assault.
And
right
these
there.
people, I believe, are unarmed. All
You
of
can
them.
prove me wrong. Yeah, man. Unless these people were like breaking into your house with intent on like harming you,
Right.
you can't just go out there with a gun and
What
play like you're going to use it.
devil's advocate?
I mean, you can maybe,
it's a
but
stand
like
your ground
you're
law,
gonna
right?
tactical.
Devil's advocate.
Yeah.
They maybe had a dry winter in St. Louis, and he's just been bringing this lawn back to health for months, and he's just been trying and trying and trying, and he just dropped so much money having like a new irrigation system put in, like,
Yeah,
and
put
then
Scott's
all
turf
of a
builder
sudden
down.
you see some protesters and they're pitter pattering on your lawn. Like you got to bust out the toolie for that, right?
No. You just go out there and be like, you just level with them. No fire them. You say, look, hey man, I put down some weed in the feed a couple months ago. It's just starting to grow back. Could y'all just keep it on the sidewalk, man? I don't want to fuss with you, man. I what you're doing here, I'm not, whatever, man. I'll get you some water, but just please,
Respect the grass.
like, yeah, this is my Kyle Field. This is my College Station.
This guy should have just made a sign that just said the mayor's house is that way. like don't walk out with a gun and like become an internet sensation. Just walk out with a sign that be like, nope, continue that way. That's where you go to.
I hope
the
these people don't
optics.
have kids.
The optics
They
of
definitely
this.
do.
How it can't be worse. Like you make yourself look like a total jackass, and like I said earlier, now you're a target. This is.
I feel like there's an element of there's a number of people out there who probably don't agree with what's going on, and they probably own a lot of firearms. And there's some people who like they want it to go down. Like when you put yourself in the situation like this, I know the people were outside their home, they were walking by, but when you go out there with firearms and start pointing it at people and waving it around like that, like you're kind of hoping somebody does something. Like it's like find out. See, you know what? I want this to escalate, and that's a bad look.
Maybe you're right.
You got to be more level-headed. And didn't you say these people were like lawyers?
I don't know.
I thought I heard
They
that.
do something.
Whatever they're
They do
doing,
something to
they're
get big boy stacks.
they've got the stacks.
They got stacks.
They've got the stacks. That is a pad.
Yeah, I don't think this would have gone as viral had it been not in front of like one of the most ridiculous mansions ever, and also if the guy wasn't wearing what he was wearing. If he didn't look like he was about to like settle in for some golf or something.
Like, look at that. Look at that picture.
Yeah, it's a little. She's reckless.
Just reckless.
They're both reckless. She's reckless.
Her fit is trash too, by the way.
Come on.
Where was this?
St. Louis.
Okay.
That's where the St. Lunatics reside.
It's in Missouri, David.
I know. I'm trying to figure out like where the mayor would live, and I'm curious. I like when like mayors and governors. I like looking at their mansions. Remember when somebody burned down the Texas governor's mansion a few years ago?
No.
They never caught the guy.
No.
What
Was it
happened?
the same guy that poisoned the tree in Auburn?
I mean, it might be.
Remember that dude? That whole situation freaked me out for some reason. I was like, dude, this guy's unhinged. He's killing trees.
Yeah, 2008. So it was more than a few years ago.
Get that guy's name. Very infamous Bama fan.
Was it JT Bowtie?
Paul Feinbaum.
Dude, it was JT Bowtie.
He called on the Paul Feinbaum's show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's how he broke it. That was a wild scene.
Yeah, he goes, yeah, I'm the one who poisoned the tree. What's that fucker's name?
So did the mayor resign?
Who knows, man? Who knows?
I don't know.
I hope all the people there were staying safe and being respectful and everything like that. Because
I hope they were wearing masks. I've seen a lot of. We've been pretty critical of gatherings that where people aren't wearing masks, but I mean, I feel like 90% of the protests you see of any kind, like most people have the sense to wear masks. Not all of them.
Well, for any
But a lot.
protest, you have to keep in mind that you can become a target if things get out of control, and that you need to be able to have a semblance of respect for the other situations happening around you. So, like,
Protest lends itself to wearing a mask too. So,
dude, yeah, if I'm protesting in the future, like, I don't care if coronavirus is around anyway. I'm probably wearing a mask just to like
yeah,
be on the.
I'll
low.
probably wear the scream mask.
Here's a picture of her pointing at someone.
You
mask
just,
for Scream.
you just dress up as the Joker, right?
No, that's not a mask. That's makeup.
And
No,
this-
you just do.
One day I'm gonna come in here with full Joker makeup.
For my birthday. For my birthday this year, will you record a podcast with me with full Joker makeup on? That's all I want.
Please don't do that.
As long as no one tweets me correcting any of my Ohio or Missouri legal takes, I will do that. Will.
You got to think people are going to listen and not do that.
That's all we got today, boys.
Man, just
Quite the weekend.
just some shit people out there.
We just flamed everybody today.
Except for LeBron. I showed LeBron love.
I used to think that LeBron was the GOAT until The Last Dance when I was like, oh, man, I'm stupid.
People have, when it comes to sports, they have short-term memory.
Yeah, I always thought that LeBron was the GOAT until that, and then I started realizing, like, okay,
Michael was just a killer, man.
LeBron might be the greatest NBA athlete, but he's not going to
He went to
go down.
MJ went to 6 NBA finals and won all 6 of them. LeBron, not near that.
I will say, for LeBron to be in the spotlight since he was like a sophomore in high school, he was crowned legitimately in high school, and for him to go this long and be stay out of like any kind of mess. I mean, what's the biggest controversy he's had? Like the China stuff, the Daryl Morey, Hong Kong stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he made fun of Dirk in the finals for being sick. He would probably say that was a bad look. But like nothing. He didn't have to leave the sport to go play another sport because of what seems to be a gambling.
By all accounts,
problem.
he's a good dad.
Yeah,
A family man.
I don't know.
He's a big Taco Tuesday guy.
Loves Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, love Taco Tuesday.
I
And
love
we love tacos too.
I will scream. I reserve the right to yell at my TV screen if the Mavs should face the Lakers in the playoffs. I will.
Okay.
But at the same time, it's just I respect the guy. Even though he did wear this, basically what he wore to the Decision is what I would wear to Happy Hour in like 2007. Sans belt.
His stylist took an L that day. Should we get out of here?
Yeah.
All right, tonight, everybody, make sure to watch Rounders
Where can they find it?
everywhere. It's on the internet. I will say, if you want some tricks, Dylan did find out that even though Out Cold is not listed as free, was it Out Cold that you found for free?
It was Dazed and Confused.
Always check Amazon Prime before you do any of these things because they might have some of these movies for free. But we hear you out there. We understand. We've been doing movies that you pretty much have to pay $2.99 for every single time. I promise. Cross my heart. Hope to die. I will do. We will select a movie this upcoming week that is on Netflix, HBO, or Amazon Prime for free.
I just stumbled across my favorite tweet.
Huh. Ever?
Somebody put "Want to feel old," and it's the Missouri gun guy holding his rifle, and the "had to do it to him" kid next to him.
Are they wearing the same thing?
They're both wearing pink with a version of khaki. One are shorts, one are khaki pants, and it's pretty funny. It's a stretch, but it's funny.
It's got such like Narcos vibes to it.
I finished 000. Speaking of,
So I started watching the trailer for that with Sally, and we decided that it was going to be a little too much for us.
It's the most violent show I think I've ever seen. I'm not kidding.
I'm in.
It is violent. Yes, it is like if you like Sicario.
Huh.
Sicario.
Did you like any part of Ozark?
Yeah.
I think it is a more well done Ozark.
You haven't seen season 3 yet.
I don't care. I didn't even finish season 2. You're right. You're right. Expose me. That is hypocritical but
I know. I just have to be. I'm the only person that I feel like actually like will stand up for the show, even though I don't love it. But I have to stand up.
it's definitely worth watching. I think it's only 8 episodes. It's easy, and it's good, dude. It's good. I recommend 000. But just let me warn you.
What's it on Amazon?
It is violent.
Is it on Amazon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like there's some
Is it
things.
a movie or a
It's a
series?
series. There's some things, and you're like, oh, hey, hell, hey now, come on.
Let's get the hell out of here.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.